Guys, the Allfather here with our next war recap, and this was a really fun war. We ended up winning 69 to 65. We'll go ahead and take a look at the stats. You'll see we used all of our attacks, which was great. Only had one misfire really. As far as attacks lost, and 3-star attacks 19 to 5, and that was the margin of victory, was those 4 3-star attacks that the enemy was unable to get. This does make our 12th win in a row, I believe. If we look at the war log, all green there. You're going to have to scroll down to get to a red there. And not a whole lot of red throughout there. A couple misses there in a row. But again, lots of green there. If we keep it up, we're going to wipe off some of those old losses and have that much more green. So really good job. That's 44 and 6 over the last 50 wars. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the more interesting attacks, I guess, or just some things that attacks that show just different strategies and a few different approaches that may be a little outside of the ordinary or just may have some unique features to them. And the first one here is an attack on Town Hall 8 by Mr. Money here. We've got ADs at 6, 5, and 5, and you can see they're pretty difficult to get to in the this clan kind of had a lot of these offset where they put a lot of the anti-air on one side of the base, and that's kind of a strategy that's employed in some types of clans. But you see here just a great example of getting a great dragon funnel. He drops a couple cutters on the outside, the rest kind of make that little bit of a dome or curve on the outside, and the loons come in behind, and the dragons are working their way through. They happen to just kind of path to where they go in between the storages and go right at the air defenses. So that was really neat there. The loons go ahead and get to that third one and drop it, and that ends up keeping all the dragons alive there. There's still probably 5 or so dragons left. BK is now in there for cleanup. He's going to start getting rid of those trash buildings. And once that cannon goes down, really nothing left to target him until he gets to this next cannon. Maybe a little early on that ability, but nothing hurt there just because it kind of ran him into the cannon. But again, once all the anti-air defenses were down, the dragons were going to be able to clean up anyway. And a celebratory swag poison spell at the end. Gotta love it. Really nice job there, Mr. Money. Nothing like a celebratory poison spell drop at the end to let your opponent know that he has been owned. Next, another attack. It's a dragon attack level 3 with a light quake, and you see the air defense in the middle is kind of the hardest one to get to. Tigerhawk goes ahead and light quakes that one, and again, just want to show this one because it's another really good example of a good dragon funnel. Cutters on the outside, getting rid of those trash buildings on the outside and getting the dragons to start clumping up towards the middle. And as that funnel progresses, you'll see they work their way in towards that air defense on the right side there. Level 5, all the dragons are starting to flatten out and go in a straight line. They take that air defense out. Only one left over here on the left, and you see brings the clan castle loons, and instead of letting the dragons tank, drops some solo on the side and rages them into that third air defense. Goes ahead, gets in there, gets a Tesla, gets the air defense, and gets in Wiz Tower out of the way. BK goes down on the outside to clean up, and all there is left that can do anything at this point is that lonely little archer tower. And of course they're going to bypass the builder hut in the corner, because what would a dragon attack be if they didn't try to leave a builder hut in the corner? But as it were, plenty of time left, tons of drags, and now it's just a race to see who can get to the last builder hut, who wants it, who's going to get it. And the BK wants it. He goes ahead and pops that ability at the end. It's no celebratory swag poison spell, but just as good, the celebratory Iron Fist ability. Next up we have DVS Hunter, and this was a little bit of an interesting attack because of a troll Tesla out in the corner. See, he goes ahead and gets that there. Gonna drop his barb, trying to drag him out to the edge, but there pops the Tesla. He has some giants in his army which are able to absorb the hits from the Tesla and drag the clan castle out. And so a couple more giants there. See what he's going to do next. Gets the barb walk going a little bit, trying to drag everything out together, get it into the poison spell. Everything is within the radius of the poison spell. Cooking skellies, cooking the balloon, and getting some damage going on that dragon. And so goes ahead and drops his wizards and his giants there. The giants are going to distract the dragon, and the wizards take it out. So really nice recovery there as far as dealing with that troll Tesla. Sometimes those things can really throw you off when you think you've got a good anchor position and all of a sudden it's gone. But now you see he's just bringing in the hogs. He throws a few test hogs in. He's kind of doing just a surgical approach here and testing for any exterior giant bomb locations. And again, just popping 3 on each one of those outside single target defenses, surgical hog style approach, and healing as they approach those splash damage and get into the core a little bit where the heavier damage defenses are, including those Teslas where he does drop that last heal spell. And they start working through there. Last defense is going down with that cannon, and everything goes up into cleanup mode. Wizards are already working cleanup on the outside while the hogs go ahead and take out the BK and work their way towards those interior buildings. King pops his ability, and the last thing to go is that clan castle. So really nice job there. Again, just want to show that. That was a good recovery on maybe an unexpected troll Tesla out there in the corner. Another attack on a Max Town Hall 8 by Darth, bringing a little different style, doing the Go Weeho. Goes ahead and gets his clan castle lure there. And he's going to drag it down to this south corner there. That's what those builder huts are lovely for. They can be kind of a disaster on slow-moving raids if it's the last building left, but as far as being able to anchor and drag a clan castle out, it's perfect. And so love to see those a lot. And he's got his clan castle witches, barbarians, and he's going to back that up with some wizards. It's going to be able to handle that clan castle in a hurry. And then right as everything's going down, gets that golem in there to tank. So really nice timing on everything there. Pops the wall there. Golem's working his way in. Wall breakers get a mind of their own and go to the side instead of going to that corner wall, which is I think what he probably wanted, but it's not really going to hurt anything too much there. He's got a nice split on the BK and the golem, providing double tank there for his witches and wizards. And now that they've made their way through there, BK's out. He's going to just start working in a few surgical hogs, sprinkling them in and healing them, as well as the kill squad on the approach to the core, and then sprinkling in some more hogs on the backside. Heal spells there where the giant bomb potentials are. Another double overlapping heal spell. Both of them cover that giant bomb. Perfectly placed poison spell on the approach to those remaining defenses. Takes the skellies out. Archer towers down. All his witches live. His golemites are still up. And wizards as well as the BK is up, and it's just a matter of getting the cleanup. He does remember to find his little lonely builder hut in the corner there with his barbarian, so nice job there, saving a few troops back and making sure you don't get hung with a 99% with a builder hut in the corner. Next, we move up into the Town Hall 9s, and the lowest one here, I believe, number 10, being attacked by Awesome Sauce, and we're going to have Clan Castle Lure there, gets a Spring Trap and a Giant Bomb taken care of, as well as the Clan Castle Lured. And by the way, they're sitting right on top of the Archer Queen. Drops the poison there, is going to be able to get a little bit of damage off of the dragon. The loons will go down, and a little bit of a hit on the Archer Queen. So a lot of value there for the poison spell. And then we're just going to see a shattered Go Weeho approach here. Golems are spread out there to create the funnel. And wall breakers are going to come in here and give access to that compartment. You see the queen has jumped that wall out there, and she is about ready to jump outside. But the golem goes in there, wizards and the archer queen are going to take out the dragon. BK now sees the enemy archer queen, and he's going to go ahead and latch onto her, take her out. And so the clan castle and the queen are gone. And that's going to open it up for the hogs. Jump spell there is going to allow the golems and the kill squad to access the core in those inner compartments. hogs are coming in already at about a 90-degree angle there, and they're all going to kind of meet up right in the core and work together there underneath heal spells with those heavy Expos, Teslas, and Wiz Towers. Needs to keep everything healed up as they move through the core. Does that nicely there. And one heal spell left. The hogs do split, and so doesn't heal them right away, but saves that heal for that last area where they're kind of going to all start clumping up together there. Hogs are healed up, and just a ton of them left. Wizards are coming in for cleanup, and still got a Golem at full health, BK's at full health, Queen's at full health with an ability left. Absolutely overpowering attack, and just a really nice picture perfect go Weho attack at Town Hall 9. Next base up is really neat attack. It's by Ryan, and this is an internet base, obviously kind of a moat style popular internet base. It's a very, there's lots of ways to beat it, but what Ryan does here is he brings a very safe attack, and this was a good idea because it was early in the war. He brings a safe attack, so he's bringing basically a go wipe, but he's going to have 8 back end hogs there. You see 9 because he lured with 1. But he's just trying to guarantee the 2-star at a minimum there. Jump spell's going to get the kill squad into the core, and poison's going to slow everything down there, rage everything up to make their way through. And you see all those early spells there, just a ton of spells dropped right there in the approach. That's what you're doing when you're just trying to make sure that you're guaranteeing the 2-star. And that was what he was doing there. But now he's in there, and everything's going pretty well. You see that last spell goes in the middle there, raging everything up. And so at this point, a 2-star is pretty much in the bag. And he's got a few troops left. And now he's going to bring these hogs in, and unfortunately brings them right into some giant bombs. But the nice thing is, you see, is all the defenses are kind of tied up and distracted by a lot of other things, and so these hogs are able to actually work their way around and take out 3 or 4 defenses before going down. And so even without spells, and even though there wasn't a whole lot of them, they're going to come in here, and they might even take this archer tower out. They do. And, you know, so they leave a couple defenses there, but they took out about 4 or 5 defenses all the way around the bottom of that base. And just a standard go wipe or a standard kill squad would have probably fizzled out there because of all those walled compartments on the other side. But so that was a really nice 2+ star strategy approach, because now he's got all his tanks going in there in front of his DPS troops with the wizards, and they're taking the hits while the wizards go ahead and clean up. And all the defenses are now down, and he's able to 3-star that base. So again, it's basically a go wipe, but just having that handful of defense targeting troops, whether it be hogs or loons, turns that from a 2 into a 3. So really nice job there, Ryan. And the last attack we're going to look at is an attack by our 9.5 Mountain Dew Maniac against the number 5 base. And this is an attack that I have not seen this exact variation of before, but it's basically, it is a cold-blooded Go La Loon. And so you see there's a lot of spawn points in the middle where those Teslas are, so they're able to pop the clan castle very easily, as well as get the skeleton traps triggered. And there's the cold-blooded golem going in there, surrounded by just a ton of max wizards, and the heroes right behind. And jump spell there is going to access a couple of air defenses as well as the enemy archer queen. Now ideally he would have funneled his BK into that opening, but because there was no outside in whiz funnel, the BK goes around as well as the queen. So that is not probably the most ideal situation, but goes ahead and drops the spells in there, the rage and the heal for the wizards, and instead of the queen taking out the ADs, the wizards do. So that ends up working out. And then you'll see on the back side now the hounds are coming in, followed by a line of balloons. And he's got 3 hounds. He's got the 3rd hound already going in, and just a ton of loons going in. And so it's got all the tank going on, and the loons are just sort of working their way around. They're doing a nice split there. And 3rd air defense is dropped. 4th one's dropped now. And now it's time to rage into the core. And the really neat thing about this, I'll go ahead and speed it up to 2 times, is the effect of the haste spells in this raid. If you look at how much faster those balloons move when they're under the haste spells, and just really effective. They have the DPS to drop buildings when there's 5 or 6 on their own. What they lack is speed, and those haste spells just fly through the base. Look how fast those loons are, and then once they get out of it, you sort of realize how slow they really are, especially with the pups flying in front of them. And so loons and haste are really powerful, especially at Town Hall 9. Once you get those anti-air defenses down, they just help those loons fly to the next building. So really nice job there with the cold-blooded Go La Loon. That'll do it for this war recap. Just a reminder that update is just around the bend. Now would be a great time to start thinking about your village and those changes in the shield and the percentages, and the fact that town halls and clan castles will now be targeted by goblins and those kind of things, and have a plan now for what your village is going to look like for the update, so you don't become one of those first town hall snipe casualties and give up a lot of loot in the process as well. Until next time, this is the Allfather. Take care, everybody.